I don't ever have anybody wait in this business, man. This is not a business that waits for you.
Obviously, we had Colby Covington cage side. He wants to fight Leon in July. I'm curious if that's a fight you're interested in, or do you need to see how it plays out?
Yeah, I don't know when we'll do it, but yeah, that's the fight that makes sense. And Colby came here and cut weight, you know, and did everything to be here for this fight. He deserves the fight.
So it is Leon versus Colby next.
Yeah.
Belal Muhammad was the backup this week. I think you said he's next. It still seemed like the next fight.
I'm not even thinking about that right now.
Right, Belal Muhammad, the man everyone loves to hate. He leaves Dana with a soft void in his pants and is at the butt of many MMA fans' jokes. But why does Belal find himself at the receiving end of all this hate? And why is Dana doing everything he possibly can to stop Belal getting a title shot? Well, his fighting style is seen as boring. He has a lower finish rate than my missus, with his striking just a couple of steps up from Ben Askren. And when he finally gets them down, he doesn't seem to know what to do with them. Instead of ground and pound, he settles for huddle and cuddle. His win over Gilbert did him more harm than good. After taking the fight on short notice straight after Ramadan, all fans can really remember from it is that he couldn't beat a one-armed Burns. To be honest, not being able to finish such a damaged Gilbert is not a great sign, especially when you consider some of the absolute monsters in his division. It's a hard road for Belal. Fans hate on Colby for his trash talk and fake persona, but then shun Belal for being a boring, nice, humble guy. His 9-fight win streak is impressive, but unfortunately he finds himself in the same division as exciting fighters as Shavkat that have the fans buzzing their tits off. While Belal's fight history is about as exciting as Izzy taking on Romero, and he has about as much charisma as Sugar Sean on a Valium.
I don't see it.
But he is highly skilled, and so he knows his best route for victory in a fight. Sadly, that does in turn make his performances a little on the boring side. Did the eye poke situation damage his public persona? I mean, it shouldn't have. Of all of the fights over the last few years that have been called off for injuries or illegal moves, that was definitely a legitimate one. That puppy went in deeper than a drug officer's finger on a John Jones arrest. The hate Belal receives, while understandable, is unfair. So as we know, it mainly comes down to his fighting style. But what's he supposed to do? Go in there and not use his best weapon? Especially considering his other weapons are about as blunt as a fucking wooden spoon. He has in the past, publicly on social media, played around with adopting the role of a villain, but he don't get far. Partly because he's such a nice guy, and partly because the fans and fighters don't take him seriously enough. So why does Dana hate Belal? I mean, it's simple, because he's not a draw. All Dana cares about is pay-per-views. That's fine, but not really when it starts to make a mockery of the sport. At the end of the day, Belal is a highly skilled top contender in one of the currently most exciting divisions. The more good matchups, the better, right? He is evolving and becoming more aggressive. His win streak is impressive. He's willing to face anyone. He's more game than Ian Gary in a care home. He's confident in his ability to win, and he's targeted on the belt. Look, to put it simply, when you think Belal, remember the evolution. Remember the win streak. Let's get behind him. Remember the name, Belal Muhammad. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a sub, check out this playlist of recent bangers. See you next time.